Hello! Today in this episode we have something pretty special planned. We will be touring our co-op island built in 2016 with highlights such as Monkey Works V2, Piggy Park, 2 different horse race tracks, a farming district, and many more builds. Butterpiggie, Theknightofday, Herukyatto, and XX helped out with this island, which resulted in several different building styles all packed into one location. Without further ado, enjoy the video. So, starting off in the main area of the island, this was the spawn area that all the guests would come to when they first joined. So we have a potion shop, well, 2 of them. This is the new one. I brewed a lot of potions on this server because there's MCMMO, so you get really strong potions such as health boost, haste, and wither. You have more down here. And right next to it is the old potion shop I used to use, then I needed more space. You have a statue of Charizard that was built by Butterpiggie, which looks sick. And then you have a weapon shop built by XX. So we had player shops on the server, which are a really cool addition to the economy. And you also find there's a lot of different build styles, all packed into one. You got a jungle themed building next to a prismarine, stone brick, and then birch all clumped together, which is a really cool reason to play co-op. You get a lot of different builds in one area. And right here we have Monkey Works V2. It was a pretty late addition to the island, so it was pretty tight on space. So for that reason it's pretty thin and really tall. And another cool reason, another reason I like this one is since it's built on a server, you can get a lot of different people contributing to the classrooms. I didn't get to build all of these, I built some of them. Right here we have a French room with Quack. We have some bathrooms, storage, and there's a gym over here. And you have an office. And as you can see, the Monkey Works is insanely thin. It's not even 30 blocks wide. You have a soccer field with, this was a Vote Keys room in the gym class. And then up the staircase. I'm going to be moving pretty fast through this because we have so much to get to, and I don't want to be a 50-minute video. So we have Butterpiggie's office right here, and you have lots of redstone blocks because he's a nerd. And over here you have a cafe, a potion shop. One of the cool things about this Monkey Works is there's no distinct levels to it. You got staircases, and the whole thing feels really open. Which is something I should really do in the Monkey Works V4. I should make it feel more open, with areas like this. So over here we have trigonometry, because Pine Tree was really into puns and math. And you'll find there's also a lot of balconies overlooking the main spawn area in this Monkey Works. Over here you have the memology classroom. This was Butterpiggie's, and then you also, Banner of Pepe. There used to be a painting here, and this is where he would hide all of his secret deals and activities. And this way was the science wing. Never got to finish that classroom, but the one over here I did get to finish. This was the chem classroom. And I really like the huge window. I copied this in Monkey Works V4. It was because it's nice, it looks good, and it's pretty brainless to do. You just make a wall of glass. And then here you got a library, and then here I stopped building the wall so you could be going to school and just fall in the void if you're not careful. More balconies, because why not? And I think this was, what classroom was this? It's not labeled. Yeah, and you got classroom. And I think what I was trying to do with here was, remember in Harry Potter, the second one, the teacher would come out through that staircase in the Defense of the Dark Arts hallway, and I was trying to replicate that. And then, I think this is a common room? Yeah, a common room with the different beds and chimney. That's the only common room. I don't think I got to make any other ones. And then, yeah, in this area, wasn't finished, but up to the top we'll see a feeder and the Great Hall, which are both kind of complete. So over here, Butterpiggie was working on making moving staircases like there are in Harry Potter. And that's how we plan to get to like areas in this section of Monkey Warts. Here we have like the theater, grand piano, and then there's no way to get to it walking, so we have to fly to the Great Hall. I built like the walls area, and then Butterpiggie made the roof. I think it came out pretty well. And like the headmaster and the different teachers sitting there. And you also have like names of the different houses. I don't know what we were thinking when we named these houses, like, but that's their names. And I think we just have this area over here, and then that's it for Monkey Warts V2. Yeah, lots of plans to add more classrooms, but unfortunately the server announced it was going to reset while I was in the process of building Monkey Warts V2, so I never got around to finish it. I don't know, how do we get down? Guess we'll just jump. Whee! Oh, and in this area, this is like one of the first things we built. We had like a mob grinder up here, and there used to be a mob grinder up here, but it was taken down to make room for Monkey Warts. And then, since me and Butterpiggie had fly, but not everyone on our island did, and so to make it easier to get around, we made giant railroad tracks. So you'll sometimes see like giant lines of railroads just along the island to make it easier to get around for people. And then we'll visit Butterpiggie's house over here. And as you can see, like this is just not my build style. I'd never build like this, but like, this is the way he likes to build. Oh, and there are like special items like on the server, like collectibles you can get. He really liked the collectibles. We had a room like full of the collectibles that we'll show eventually. Yeah, and I think this was just like starter farms. Oh, and then tried to make a platform 9 3/4, I think. Yeah, like this stuff. Like he built this like really early on, and then we got like more built up, and he just never got around to, I guess, revamping it. But that's his house. Let's see what else is on the top floor. We have yeah, maps and like other things didn't transfer over from the world download. Right here we have an UGG shop for Ellen 1333. They would like dye different shoes, different colors, and sell them. And then you have XX the Miner's Tower. This is oh, and the Night of Days Tower. This was the only thing he built on the world. He doesn't like it, but I think it turned out well. And then here we have like the Town Hall Tower. It got to the point where I was just like building floors on this thing and then just finding excuses to put stuff in them. I just wanted to make a tall tower. So then this is like the entrance hall. And we have storage for all of our colored signs. I don't think we actually used this, we just built it. And then up this ladder, we got like the player vault floor. With the player shops, only you could open them, so you could store your valuables you don't want other people touching. And Butterpiggie had his trigger by a fishing rod. And then I think this was just this is one of like the cooler rooms in the tower. This was a movie theater. If you put a disc into here, like there's like conveyor belts that would shift these, but the redstone's changed since 1.8. I couldn't figure out how to get it working. The idea is like I couldn't like figure out how to get like the top to shift. Also, the lights would dim. Definitely one of the cooler rooms in the tower. You know, like the windows, I like the popcorn. And I think this was just balcony floor. I don't know why I built that, but it's just kind of filling the space. This was also another like, weird room. I don't know why we made it, just like animal sanctuary, I guess. Here was something we used a lot. We had skeleton spawners and creeper spawners that would funnel you into different containment cells. Then you would AFK here and get discs, and then Butterpiggie would sell them to people on the server. And then up this ladder is his bedroom, which I think looks really cool. Like this is a build style I would could never like build like this. Like I don't generally use these blocks, which so I find this area pretty cool. And then we have kind of like a gap in the tower. We plan to make a basketball court right here. Never got around to finish it. And then up here we have my area of the tower. It's all jungle themed. Monkey. You have storage, then cobble generator up there. And I think it definitely has one of the cooler views on the island for sure. And then jump down. Whee! Okay, and then over here we have like a jungle area. Island 1331 made a bunch of tree houses. They had stops like on the railroad line, which came out pretty well. It kind of reminds me of like of an Ewok village. And then on the ground floor, we had a zombie spawner and made it look like a dungeon. This is where I would heal zombie villagers. That's how you would get them on the island. And then, trying to think, I guess we'll go down this way. There's like so many different paths on this island. I don't know like the best way to get to places. This is where we would originally keep our horses, like a fishing area. You could like jump and get it into the basket. And then this was one of our early farms for food and different miscellaneous materials. And I really like the way the roof came out. Like this is like a pattern I still use today. And an enchantment table, probably built by Butterpiggie. That seems more his style. And then another way to get to here is like at the foot of the tower. We can descend to the lower levels. Let's see where to go first. I guess we'll go this way. So the room of accomplishment. They had the server had monthly collectibles, and Butterpiggie liked collecting them. We took most of them down because they transferred over to season 2, but this is some of the collectibles left behind, and all the islands spawned with a bedrock. And actually, so that's why we built it here. I actually don't know how to get out of here. I guess we'll just break into here. Alright. And then, what is this? We had guardian spawners for money, and then we would collect the drops down there. And then we planned to fight withers in this room, but never got around to it. I just built it and then never used it. And then, what's this way? Oh, that's... lighting glitches galore. Oh, and here we had a mushroom village. This is where we kept all the villagers. They like tried to copy like the Minecraft houses, like the blacksmith. We used mushroom blocks. And then you can see like everything's built right on top of each other. Like that's the potion shop right there, and like right there's the floor. Monkey Works V2. Let's see. Oh, this is another thing I missed. In the potion shop, there's a secret entrance to like a Doctor Who thing. I never watched it, but Butterpiggie did. I don't understand it, but that's how you would get into it. You said, this is Netherwort farm. And, yeah, this used to be a sugarcane farm before we tore it down. And then over here, is one of the viewing platforms for a horse race track. Me and Butterpiggie love to like host horse racing track. We'd invite people to our island. We actually had 2 different tracks. We had like this was like the classic one, then we had like a harder one down there, and the server had colored signs. Let's see if we can get to that horse race track. How do we get there? Yeah, I'm not sure. But we would keep our horses down here, but they didn't transfer over. We had a different thing. We had ways to test their speed, so you could see how far they would travel before the pressure plates closed. And I'll show you the top. horse race track. Yeah. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna spawn a horse in. Right, we'll take our shot at the classic horse race track. We flick the lever, counts down, and then all the fences go down, and then we're off. And this is gonna go around the loop of the island. I don't think these slime block things work anymore. Maybe they do. I'm just bad making excuses. Oh, I was so close. I gotta take the lower path. You can use the bushes to shortcut the water. This is one of the cooler sections of the classic horse race track. You would go around on this mountain pass and then jump off into a lake. Then you gotta do a horse parkour on the bridge, which I cannot do. Then you gotta take the slower route. And then you have this simple bridge area. And then we go through this nether portal. Let's see if we can make it. God, can't jump over this. Come on, horse. Oh, you get the idea. And then they would jump over and then come back, and then that would be the start line for that. I'll show you the second horse race track. Unfortunately, we can't like ride it because we would use MCMMO horses that were a lot faster and can jump like 10 blocks easily. So this course was designed to be like more difficult for better horses. So it has the same start area. Oh, and over here we could like test the horses, like their speed, and can also like test the height of the horses depending on how high they could jump. And let's show you the course. So the first area is pretty simple. You just try not to bump into as many logs as possible. And then you would get to this pit and you try to bounce up and hit this. And if you couldn't, you had to take the long way around. And then these fences were linked up to like a redstone clock, so you would try to avoid them because they would randomly pop up. And this was pretty cool looking area. You have to like stay in the middle and not get pushed off by other players, like to the side. You got a series of jumps that were pretty difficult, but the horses could do it. And then over here, this was inspired by Mumbo Jumbo's temple parkour he did in, I think it was like Hermitcraft Season 3. You would try to get your horse to jump into the water and have that like carry you to like the next platform, because most horses couldn't make it to like the next jump all in one go. And you have like other dispensers over there. And this was one of my favorite parts of this track. It was actually one of the hardest too. It looks simple, but you would use the slime blocks to jump from mushroom to mushroom, and that was pretty fun. You always felt amazing when you got it like flawless, because it was pretty difficult. And here we have the section that Butterpiggie made. It's a pretty easy section, but it's definitely one of the ones that look the best. Kind of have like this futuristic burned down city that you would go through. You have like all the buildings are destroyed. And then for the final section, it's the nether. You can go through the nether portal. You gotta like do a series of jumps, and you got the last one right here, and then you finish the course. And this was a lot of fun, like getting people to come over to the island and do horse races together. It was a lot of fun. Where to go next? Let's go to the farming district next. So, okay. Just trying to think of how to get there. Like, it's like impossible to keep track of everything in this place. And I think if we go up here, we can make it. So yeah, this is like one of the viewing areas you can watch the track from. I think this is the way we get to the farming district. Oh, we'd use MCMMO repair to level that skill up. Yeah, okay, this is the way. This area was also inspired by Mumbo Jumbo, of his industrial district. I think it was Hermitcraft Season 4. You saw him build a bunch of different farms, and so we wanted to build these. They weren't great for like money. You wouldn't like get a lot of money from these, but they looked really cool and they were fun to build. And that's why we made them. And there was also a pumpkin and melon farm over here. If that and like collection systems. And you got a cactus farm. And then after building all those sugarcane farms, we decided that we need more. And then we had plans to make more melon and pumpkin farms over there on the walls, but never got around to it. In this area, it used to have a villager spawner. If a Hungry Hippos came, you would use fishing rods to hook the villagers into your pen and get points. But we took it down. And then up these staircases, we have a sorting system. And just like the sorting system in my single player world, we built this and never used it. Partly because they had like a plugin to reduce lag with redstone, but I guess we just preferred to store our items elsewhere. Trying to think of where we can go next. Oh, we can go to Piggy Park. I can show you how you get to Piggy Park. So this end looking area, we used to have an Enderman farm, and we built it really far down so the Enderman wouldn't teleport out of the grinder, but when the island expanded, we had so many other things near the Enderman grinder, and we eventually just like took it down because it wasn't useful. This was always scary because you could like take fall damage on these sandstone blocks. And then this is the Piggy Park that Butterpiggie made with different amusement rides. I helped a little bit, but the majority of this was him. Yeah, him and his redstone. I guess we'll go to this. Start off strong. We'll go to this roller coaster. Looks a lot better. That's the one I designed. This one looks a lot better. Let's see. We're off. Yeah, he said it took him like a while to design this like roller coaster, but like it looks really cool. Like with the different stilts, and it goes like up and down and like roundabout. It's not like a linear roller coaster. It's pretty cool. Oh, we're gonna have a big drop coming up when it goes through the floor. I didn't know that. Yeah, we'll get to that level soon. Oh, I didn't know it had that. Oh, it kind of reminds me of like the Mount Everest in what is it, in Disney? Won't do it again, but that's one of the main attractions. Well, we won't ride this, but this is the roller coaster I designed. Not as impressive. An overpriced food court. Then you would use a minecart to sit in there, and it would push you up, and you like be like a rocket that would send you into space. And this was a duck hunt. The minecarts would, dispensers would dispense minecarts, and you would shoot them down, and then the amount you would get in the chest would be how many points you would get. This is a police station. We'll get to that. We'll do that last. And over here was the Spleef Arena. You could spectate Spleef games up here, and each player would be contained inside these places, and then once the game starts they would leave and these would go down again. That was pretty fun. We played this with a few people on the server. And then, where do we go next? Oh, we have this is what I was talking about before, with like the train stations going to everywhere on the island. This is one of those paths. Then we have a Ferris wheel. One over here got like a grand piano with note blocks, I believe. Yeah. And what else is there? There used to be Connect 4. Oh, his face and in the leaves. There used to be a Connect 4, but it got taken down to make room for the Ferris wheel. And this was another way you can get to around the island. It would drop you, like this elevator would drop you like 2 blocks. You wouldn't take any fall damage. And there would be like, one stop was at the farming district, one was at Piggy Park, and one's on the ground floor. And then, wait, where's the jail? We'll go to that part next. Oh, there it is. Like, and as you can see, like everything's just like on top of each other. You got like the horse race track over there, continuing around. You just got like slime blocks in the sky. It's just like whole, amazing. I love it. It's like hodgepodge to the max. This, I'm pretty sure, doesn't work anymore. The redstone changes, but it would send you up to this jail area, and this is where we would keep our villagers in like this prison area, and like we would welcome people to trade with them. We would have like a few good ones like locked off in their jail cells. This is a pretty funny concept, just jailing a bunch of villagers and forcing you to trade with them. And we won't be going into the Nether. We didn't build much in there. There's not much of interest in the Nether. What else? Oh, we'll go, I guess we'll go to the ground floor. I think that's all that's left. So then this area we didn't build up too much. Given more time, we probably would have, but yeah, this was named Lag City because this is where we would have all of our farmers, and this is our farms that would make money. We would just like spawners on spawners on spawners that would cause so much lag. I attempted to make a villager crop farm on the server, but they changed like the villager AI and they just wouldn't harvest crops, so I never finished it. And Butterpiggie made a Pokemon arena. And this is also one of the other collectibles, like a Pikachu head, which looks pretty cool. And then I'm gonna think if I missed anything, then I'll be back. Alright, that was the tour of Shaded Season 1. We went over a lot today, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.